In a world where the it thing is always changing, sometimes you need a tour guide or two to help you find your way to pop culture's paradise. If you find yourself reminiscing or in need of a good recommendation, these two have you covered. And now, here's your hosts, Joey and Jeff.
Welcome to Pop Culture Paradise. My name is Jeff.
And I'm Joe, and today we are talking about spring break, specifically MTV Spring Break. Jeff, can you give the audience a little taste of what an MTV Spring Break was like?
MTV Spring Break was where accidents went to happen.
Well, since we're going to find out a lot of these people that we're seeing in these clips went from hotties to hot moms, you just called some kid that they probably had on this trip an accident.
Well, unfortunately, that's probably what they were, but MTV Spring Break, it made Spring Break seem way cooler than it actually was. It's all your favorite artists, all your favorite DJs, all your favorite personalities, all in under one place with just mass amounts of alcohol involved. And yeah, I think that description can tell you exactly what you can expect in this in today's episode.
And the thing is, I was totally envious at the time because first of all, you want to know, how does this happen? How do I get there? I'm way too young, but I want to be there. I'm jealous of everything that's going on. But everyone I know is like, I wouldn't have the money to A, get down there, B, wouldn't be allowed to be down there, and C, my spring break is just going to consist of me being home from school for like 9 days and bored and cold.
You'll be home for those 9 days. You'll be cold, and you'll be watching where you want to be.
Boy, these people in these clips, I'm watching it, and I'm like, all right, they get to see, on the same day, they get to go see NSYNC, 98 Degrees, Eminem, and the band Lit.
That's crazy. What a lineup, right?
And then there's other ones, and you're just seeing it there, and these people are raging, there's mosh pits breaking out, but then at other times, it's like a bikini fashion show. And then you get a talk show.
So wait, what talk show would randomly go on the air during spring break?
There was a bunch of them. We're going to see one where Jon Stewart, before he was on The Daily Show, hosts like a dating game. There was another one where Ed Lover, who was famous on MTV, hosted like a bikini walk-off kind of thing going on for both dudes and girls.
What?
And then your boy, Pauly Shore, shows up
The Weasel.
to host his show.
What was his show called? Just the Pauly Shore Show?
Totally Pauly.
That's perfect. I'm excited to dive into these clips and just get I want to call it a blast from the past, but I wasn't there, but I remember seeing this on TV.
It's like looking at somebody else's Facebook or TikTok post and being like, well, I kind of feel like I was at that party, but I really wasn't. But I have all the memories because you recorded it.
Right. I just want somebody to, one of the people that were there to come across this and be like, gosh, what was I wearing? What was I doing? I couldn't afford that trip. And that's, and you know what, Tommy? That's where I met your father.
So if you guys weren't there, and I'm going to assume most of you weren't, like us, this is what an MTV Spring Break party was like.
You guys ready to party?
Oh, dude. What? Slim Shady. About 5 bank accounts, 3 houses, and 2 vehicles. Dude, this is so cool. I would
like
be
that atmosphere.
Yeah. I would be losing
so
my
beautiful.
mind right now. Say 98.
See, it was a very diverse kind of crowd going on here.
Yo, Jay-Z, what? It looks like there's like a fashion show, bikini fashion show going on.
There was a bikini fashion show going on at these things. So what would happen is you'll see models come out and demonstrate new clothes that you could buy.
Aw, dude, I remember this track. JT, back up, bro. A little bit too close, dog. Come on.
But if he backed up, she'd back up even further.
You ain't kidding. I thought that was Mario Lopez for a minute.
I honestly did think that was Mario Lopez myself.
Jeez, letting it all hang out. Not even good dancing either.
No. So what I found out too is that those people would be at a taping for 5 to 6 hours to tape
Holy
multiple
cow.
shows. So this went on late into the 2000s.
Dude, that's Paramore. Oh, yes.
Now, my other favorite thing that I found out was how intense some of these people were in their routines.
How do these frat bros all know the same dance? Oh my God. Who is this? Oh, what? Is that Limp Bizkit for real?
That was
Kid Rock. Dude, that would have been so sick.
This is the America that we used to have, people.
Ah, dude.
Just good times.
See, the thing that I'm realizing most about this is you have great hip hop, you have great pop music, and you have great rock. There's like literally there wasn't a band there that wasn't good.
No, that is really the thing that people nowadays. It's like I don't know if there's that blend and this feels of its time also. Where like if you watch the Grammys now or some of these bigger shows, it's like they try to get everybody accounted for, and it's like, all right, sometimes if I'm tuning in, it's too young, sometimes it's too old, and then sometimes just the same old artist. Here it's just like, these are your guys, these are all your guys, nobody's intruding on this,
right? And what's cool about this, it's like, I mean, working in radio, every show I do the 7 most like requested songs, and that's exactly what this concert is. It's the music that the audience calls in and asks for the most, and it's like, look, we're gonna give them all to you on one stage. Grab your bikini, grab your sunblock, and let's go.
I feel like they'd have more of a problem with grab your bikini, grab your shorts. In some of these, you'll see some man thongs going on.
No!
And could you imagine that now, though? Because you'd think, all right, you get the modern day equivalent, so Dua Lipa, which I think she'd fit right in with this type of atmosphere.
Oh, she would fit in. Ava Max would fit in. Absolutely.
But then, I don't know, would you get Post Malone out there in his beach attire? He'd have something weird.
Oh, he would be rocking a Dallas Cowboys Speedo or like a Pikachu Speedo.
So the next thing we look at here is, these people, like you said earlier, the frat bros, they learned a routine, and it looked cool at the time, and they probably bragged about it. But could you imagine their kid 20 years later looking at this footage?
And you know that whenever they get back together for whatever event it might be, they're like, bro, do you wanna do the thing? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do the thing.
Somebody sneaks over to the jukebox and you just hear, no diggity, about back it up, and one guy just starts going over there.
Yeah, and you hear, oh, this is our song!
Anything I touch, I bruise.
Yo, Mason Puffy, what?
It's intense, but it's light at the same time.
Oh, it's great, dude.
Everyone has faceless expressions.
Yeah, I love how the camera will show people that are like, I'm not gonna be on camera. I'll just kind of pretend that I'm, vibing.
Look how ripped everybody is.
Oh, dude, you know that if anybody tried to get in that didn't have like double D's or a 6-pack, they were turned away.
Is that young AJ Styles?
It might be.
So what would also happen in MTV was just unlimited dance parties.
Dude, if you're not dancing, you're not having a good time. I'm with it. Oh, wait.
Now, I talked to you recently, and I said, what you should do is bring this back for Twitch.
Dude, that would be crazy. Of course, I'd have to have all these clips sent over to me because you can't have crowds like that nowadays.
No, this is...
Is that Polly?
And he's dancing next to some sort of dominatrix, I think?
Dude, he was tearing it up. This was his moment, and he wasn't going to let it pass. Hey, now.
My favorite thing also about all this stuff is I feel like everybody was very musically diverse. Like, all right, maybe they went there looking for the hip-hop songs, but fine, I'm here to dance, Euro dance, whatever, pop, I don't care. Rock, I'm down to go for it.
You know what's crazy is like all this music was out when we were like really, really young. But as I've gotten older, I've grown to absolutely love 90s dance music. It's just There's just a energy about it and just great vocals and that 4 to the floor beat. You cannot beat that.
Who
Gwen
let the
Stefani,
stripper
ladies and
there?
gentlemen. No
Zombie
doubt.
Gwen Stefani.
Right. Yo, this is her moment. She's gonna seize it and hold it. You know what's funny about this also is sometimes it doesn't even look like everybody's dancing to the same song. Besides them all doing the same choreograph that they had planned for 6 months. Hey, guys, look, spring break, we're going to have all these dances down. We'll definitely get on TV.
Oh, she just missed her volleyball toss. All right, this guy's doing straight up athletic maneuvers.
Is that the guy from Tekken?
It's nice of Eddie Gordo to show up. Yo.
Yep.
All right, who's the guy with the ball? Vin Diesel?
Oh, yeah, dude. Definitely big Vin Diesel vibes right there. Look at this party, though. Look at the pool. Where's the DJ? That's what I want to know. And is he on the mic telling people just to lose their mind?
All right, who let those guys in?
All right. One of these things is not like the other. They do not fit in. Oh, my God.
They knew somebody to be allowed in.
That was amazing. No, stop that. Is that Zach the Black Ranger?
This video has all the cameos.
See, they're not all dancing to the same music. What is going on?
No, they are really not. He's about to summon a fireball to shoot at somebody. You also have to love back then, all these songs had like 12-minute remixes.
Oh, yeah, just like the intro and outros, they were all like 32 bars, 64 bars. Like, you could literally take your sweet time mixing these tracks. Dude, I want to be there. I know we're supposed to riff and kind of poke fun, but this looks amazing.
But then these three made it easier to riff again. And
Aaron
Cody
Carter.
Rhodes?
Oh my God, I love some of these people. Who's this guy with a straw hat?
Ultimate Bro. Yeah, Eddie Gordo here.
Yep. You know what I like about that the most, though, is everybody is there without a single care in the entire world. Literally, like, there's no bills to pay tomorrow. There's nowhere you have to be. Nobody you have to worry about. It's just, let's have the time of our lives. What's cool about that time period is it seems like people lived every day like it was their last day. Like every day was their birthday.
So our next clip is when your mom and aunt, nowadays kids, say that they used to be fun and they used to be with it.
Oh, they were cool. And then there was that one time when your Aunt Cheryl and
dared me to go on stage.
Yeah, and I was like, I'll only do it if you come with me. And then there we were. We were both on MTV.
Joey Fatone was so sweet in person. And then you have this lingering thought. What else did she do with NSYNC? This is also your mom's friend. She's like, yeah, I was at the event too. And I was really cool. But then you look at it and you're like, was she trying to be gangsta and just failed really hard at it?
But you was a real one. I can sense it in you.
That we can file under, Mom, what were you up to back then?
And your mom's like, you kids don't get it. With your Fortnite and your tablets. I really lived it. I was in a two-piece, strutting my stuff on that runway. I can't even remember what the band was, but they were great.
And then you go a little further and you say, wait, was I a spring break baby? And you want to look at how your parents met.
Well, I'm a junior at Babson College, where I'm an accounting major.
Okay.
I like to drink tequila and party with the sisters of Kappa Kappa Gamma.
Hello. Melissa.
Hey, Kappa Kappa Gamma, Kappa Kappa
Well, that sounds
Gamma.
like typical co-ed behavior. There you go. The typical co-ed. All right. Bachelor.
That was back when Jon Stewart would just insult your mom.
Yeah, it was kind of like he was just kind of a jerk there. She's like, I'm just answering what you asked me.
Typical co-ed.
MTV's Blind Date, the show where MTV plays
Blind
Cupid.
Date. I totally
And
remember that show.
We're setting up a lucky man on a blind date that just might change his life. I'm Jon Stewart, and with me, the irrepressible Melissa Rivers.
Melissa Rivers. I don't
everybody.
remember her exactly.
That's Joan Rivers' daughter.
What do I know her from?
She used to host all those different shows on E! With her mom.
Right, okay.
So she was like one of the fashion commentators, but she was also a comedian.
I didn't know that.
And I gotta say, this is Jon Stewart's finest work. I don't care what this other stuff, like The Daily Show. him being on MTV is where I like him. From there, you got to see, well, what would attract you to this nice college girl? Would you be attracted to somebody whose greatest talent is being able to balance a tray on their head?
All right.
Let's take a look.
It's on. Ladies and gentlemen, it's on. There's no Velcro. I
The
can
win
see.
factor, win factor.
There's a big win factor.
Oh, the wind is going to be a nightmare, dude.
Oh, very nice.
She's got it.
Very nice.
She's got it.
And then there was that time your mother carried a tray on her head on national television. It's on YouTube, look.
Thank you so much.
And at that moment, I realized she was the one.
And then she drops down and still doesn't drop. Dude, that's a talent. That's talent right there. I don't care. So exactly how many dating shows were going on at the time in between the concerts?
I think like half the program seemed to be dating shows. Even Pauly Shore had a dating show going on.
What does he know about relationships?
What is that for a grand prize? Congratulations, you get to date the Weasel?
Or he's gonna just go with some random girl to her rural town and try to win her over.
It's better than being a bum and trying to keep free rent at a hotel while you're on the jury.
Or joining the army.
Bachelorette number 3. Sunday, I will sit on the throne of England. As my queen, what would you want to sit on? I want to sit on your
Oh my God, stop it. That's RuPaul.
That is RuPaul.
All right.
But while you think Pauly Shore is the only one having all the women flock to him, are you prepared to meet the ultimate Chad?
Oh yeah, I'm ready for it.
This is who all the moms fell for back then. So we have ultimate Chad. Are you prepared to see who was rejected?
Rejected? What do you mean?
I mean, they went down with their beach bodies, but just don't come across with the same sex appeal as that last guy.
They got turned
Chad
away?
Supreme. I don't know. Watch these clips. Tell me if you'd recommend any of these guys for the ladies.
From Warrington, Pennsylvania. He's in purple.
Oh gosh.
Now, understand,
This week on
listen,
90 Day
Nancy,
Fiancé.
I mean, Landry, he doesn't treat women like sex objects because
Oh,
whenever
he
wants to
doesn't?
have
Because he
sex with them,
totally
they
looks
never
like he
object.
does.
Come on back here, boy.
Is that Ed Lover?
That is Ed Lover.
Yo, that's awesome.
And then there's this guy who tried but failed.
Look, he's just giving it his all, okay? This is his chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, get out of here. Who are you?
And then we have the Pride of Texas.
Oh my God. Don't mess with Texas and don't mess with these tights.
1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness.
Oh God, no.
She loves it.
He's humping the stage. I repeat, he's humping the stage.
That's when you need to get a crew with the mop out there. You don't want to have any residue that guy left over.
Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Wright.
Alex Wright if he was Ralph Macchio.
Come on, dude. All right, you got on the muscle tank, but you got the jeans on. Like you're like in Miami and it's the springtime. Like, come on. The overalls in the background are incredible. Is this Pauly Shore in drag? Because if it is, I'm out. Get out of here. Dude, if I could go back in time and be him during that era, I totally would.
Pauly Shore is who you're destined to be.
Dude, he was just on top of the world.
So can you tell us a little about Pauly Shore to the people who are unfamiliar with him, considering that his drop-off happened about 20 years ago, and now at this point he's in that solid C, D-list category. So you'll still see him if you look for him, but if you didn't know who he was, then he wouldn't be that special.
No, Pauly Shore, I definitely was introduced to him on MTV, for sure. And then it was his movies, right? And to me personally, and I think to you, he had a bunch of cool movies. And then all of a sudden, I think Pauly Shore was a comedian. He was an actor. He was a TV host. He was literally like an MTV pop culture 90s icon. Like, that's how big Pauly Shore was. But I think you can only play to that high school and college demographic for so long before things start to kind of dwindle away. And I think that's probably what happened here.
I think
But
you're
dude,
absolutely
honestly,
right.
I would trade in a long career, a long mediocre career for the skyrocket career that he had throughout those, several years.
And this is the type of stimulating conversation you'd get when you watched Chillin' with the Wheeze.
So, what are you? You're transsexual?
I am a drag queen. Can I get an amen in here?
Hey, man.
A lot of the guys are going, no, but I'd like to check, please. No, that's
No,
great,
come
because
on, Pauly.
I look up to you a lot, and I've been, I do a chick once in a while on my show, but you've gone the distance, man. Don't you think she just went a little too far? But he doesn't care, right?
I don't care. It's all about fun, right?
Pauly's trying to get
everybody?
canceled and I'm canceled at the same time.
RuPaul wouldn't care, but it's just people nowadays would find they wouldn't have to look hard, obviously, but they would just find something to be so angry at. To be like, no, we're going back in time and we're canceling Pauly Shore. And he'd be like, bruh, I was canceled years ago.
Feel like canceled? When did I get resurrected?
Right?
They'd have to make him a new career to then just end it again. So the old Chris Rock routine about how you failed as a parent?
I think so. Oh yeah, you have one job as a father to a daughter: keep her off the pole.
So would you call this a father's worst nightmare? That, all right, I guess I'll let you go down to spring break, and then he tunes in and sees his daughter dancing to this?
Dude, song is an absolute banger.
There's my daughter dancing to Big Pimpin'.
Well, you got to look at the positives. She was on stage with Jay-Z, one of the biggest rappers in the history of music, so that's kind of cool.
Hello there.
Miss America coming out here.
Yeah, now, what I think I also loved about all this stuff was, doesn't this feel like softcore looking back at it now? And this was airing at 3 in the afternoon on a Saturday.
I mean, for 3 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday, yeah. But that was the time, man. Things were so much more acceptable. People weren't mad about anything and everything. It's like,
Yeah.
I think that's why I know for sure, and myself as well, we look back on this decade as literally the last great decade there's been. And we were only little kids during it, but it's just, things have just progressively gotten worse. It's like, why is it not okay?
Everyone's having so much fun here, and you see everything that they want, but at the same time, you're like, all right, now it's so stiff and not fun. And MTV, instead of, I don't know, they do 5 hours of just random shows all taking place every day there.
And they're not even random shows. It's either ridiculousness around the clock, which you can only watch so much of that, or it's 16 and pregnant. But look back at this kind of special feature stuff specifically made for spring break. Everybody there was having fun. They were having the time of their lives. They were so excited to be on TV, and they got to see all of their favorite comedians, artists, personalities, DJs, all in one place. Dude, if I could hop in the DeLorean and go back, I would totally do this.
Well, the thing too is when you're watching this, and why I have these memories and why we're doing today's show is, you feel like part of the crowd who's just watching this. It feels like your memory too.
Like you're there.
Yeah, as opposed to tuning into ridiculous and I'm just watching a show on a channel. This is why people cared about MTV, is that this just felt like the big party that maybe I can't go to,
right?
But I've been invited to, and maybe, especially now in today's quarantine age where you have to live stream and check in from distance, it's almost like that. I'm just zooming in to see what's going on.
Right, I get you.
So this is, part of that softcore that was going on back then. And then we got Mall Girls.
Dude, I would have loved to host something like this.
Say, we like it.
We like it.
We love it. Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Dude, this
And
would have
then-
been so much fun to host.
We got this girl in the middle of her Madonna phase in life.
Oh, she is. No, look, she signed up for this. This was her chance to show her ex what he's missing, who's at home watching on TV.
Except this is still going on in the year 2020, and she's on her 3rd divorce.
Yeah.
And at this point, she's still listening to these songs, but it's in the club downtown specifically meant to only play these songs.
I don't blame her. Up next, the co-ed bikini blowout. I can only imagine.
That is the type of show we were watching, the co-ed bikini blowout. So in this little montage I put together, this is why I call it the Party of the Flesh.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Yaga.
Yaga.
He'll drive you gaga. Dude. Great friggin' music.
Right? Holy bronze.
He looks like a Ken doll with a lot of self-tanner.
So Kid Rock brought his strippers with him.
Oh, you know he did. Jeez.
I think I'm in love with this girl.
This is great, man.
So, could you just imagine, like, you get nice music.
Is that LL Cool J, bro?
That was more Dr. Dre.
Okay.
And then Carmen Electra shows up just to make this a super party. And, yo, the lead singer of Lit has my all-time envy right now.
Dude, that lucky son of a you-know-what.
He doesn't have to be his own worst enemy. I'll be his enemy.
Carmen Electra she was the one back then.
And these shows were really just selling the fact that this is what you were tuning in for.
Stay tuned for more Beauty and the Beast.
Booty and the Beast. I would have said that. Oh, gosh. Somebody get Clark from accounting off the stage. He's there representing the company.
Yeah, that's their accounting rap.
I told him not to mix beer and liquor.
You know, he's normal all week, and then we get a little booze in him, and he's up on stage.
And he thinks he's
not
Mark
to interact with the
Wahlberg.
acts.
Yep.
Keeps asking if they want to see his Funky Bunch, and nobody does. Now, we don't want to just objectify all these people. They were actually some brilliant people in this audience, as you can see.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Fashionably Loud Spring Break is back, and I am in the sand pit with
Nikki
Andrea.
Taylor.
Andrea, what college do you go to?
I go to Miami of Ohio.
Okay.
All right. Are you having a good time?
Oh, amazing time. It's awesome here.
Great. All right.
Now, they're going to ask Nikki a question. Do you think Nikki provides a really deep answer?
Judging by what you're saying, I'm going to go with, yeah, she delivers a good speech here.
Which do you prefer? Yeah, I mean, what's the best thing about Fashionably Loud?
Probably the guys, NSYNC, 98 Degrees, you know, all of it.
No.
Right.
You know, all of it.
Yeah, well, who the heck is this? Okay, hold on. This looks like the cast of, is it Airheads?
It does look like the cast of Airhead, the Lone Rangers.
Spin
How
our
can you
song.
be Lone Rangers if there's three of you?
I got one tape of it. It's in my girlfriend's car. As she's hucking it out. Dude, what a great movie.
The Lone Rangers is a better name than this, which I consider hate speech. Look at that name. I hate it.
Yeah, Klaus Elk, what?
Not the guy's name, the band's name.
Ugly Kid Joe. There's a band named after you, bro? When did that happen?
So hateful. So, not only were the girls of this thing maybe not the greatest thinkers, the bands might not have been either.
What's going on? I want you people to get out of control when we hit the stage. They're about there already.
Well, do you have any songs that we know?
Beach town, Santa Barbara. What do you think of Daytona? It's all right.
Gosh, dude, who invited them? You know what that was? That was, okay, we'll give you one of our major label acts if you let one of our, development acts come and perform too. That's exactly what that was.
They did have a few hits. I think one of them was called I Hate Everything About You. It's not bad, but it is one of those things where if you look back, you're like, iconic. Who the fuck is that guy? Who the hell is she?
When you go from Bye 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 to Big Pimpin' to Ugly Kid Joe, it's like, what?
Well, so there was another montage online. It's like 10 minutes of the complete history of everybody who performed at this thing. And that's kind of what happens. You're just like, ooh, that's a great one. That's a great one. Who the hell is that?
Yeah.
So, some of these things get lost in time. Sometimes things get lost within like 3 months, as you know, in radio.
Right.
Where you're like, oh, that was supposed to be the big name, right? But didn't we play their song a few times? And it's gone.
You know what's fun? What we'll do at work is inside our music director's office, he has this special wall where you can write on it with chalk, right? And like him and my boss and like other people, they'll predict, all right, this song, is it going to be top 30, 20, 10, top 2? And they'll like place like bets, like, hey, if I'm right, you have to buy lunch and this or that. And anytime there's a track from Dua or Ava Max or any of them, I'm like, yep, top 10. Let's go.
You're just taking that cheap money.
Yep.
You're not making any long-term, like, all right, I know this guy is going to break through even though he's never had a hit before. I want to take the big money. So our next clip proves that MTV kind of knew who its target audience was. This was one of the ads that aired during these programming blocks.
Buddy seems so listless, Doctor.
Have you tried MTV?
MTV? Isn't that for deviants?
Not at all, Mrs. Nelson. MTV?
For deviants, yes, absolutely. I love how they're playing commercials for themselves. That's great.
So yeah, MTV was airing their own ads. This is what would happen.
He's the perfect source for added pep. Mix it with his chocolate milk, and he won't even notice the taste.
Oh my goodness.
Come on, let's try some MTV.
This is like some creepy Leave It to Beaver
he's
stuff.
Getting peppier already. And
Oh yeah, he
so
is.
am I.
Oh, get out of here, Doc.
MTV.
Damn,
no
Doc.
Only for deviants.
Not only
Jeez.
just for deviants. I think they also didn't have no idea who their target audience was, because then this ad aired, and I'm like, all right, nobody bumping the jams that I'm hearing was also buying this CD.
Hey, Denny, did I hear my favorite songs of all time coming from your apartment?
Good ears, Dan. I just got Easy 70s,
What?
the perfect collection of mellow classics from
Great
the 70s
taste, girl.
Preservation Society.
Great taste. Summer breeze, after the loving. You are the
See,
woman.
that's for
This is one romantic
the
album.
grown folk that are still watching the MTV Spring Breakout just to feel young.
That's Taylor Swift's
Hey,
mom.
Denny, did I hear my favorite songs
gotta
of all
be.
time coming from your apartment?
Taylor Swift
Good
is
ears,
like the
Dan.
preppiest guy
I
of
just
all
got Easy
time.
70s, the perfect collection of mellow classics from the 70s Preservation Society.
He looks
Great
like
taste. Summer
Eric's
breeze,
friend
after the
there
loving.
from
You are the
Boy
woman.
Meets World.
He does look like Jason Marsden.
Yeah.
Great taste.
Great taste.
He's like, normally when you pick out CDs, they suck, but today.
You know what I thought this was off the jump? I thought this was an ad for like Columbia House, where you would pay a penny and you would get, 12 CDs sent to your door. Dude, he's laying it down.
Olivia Newton-John.
Nice.
Yep, this is
Crystal
what the,
Gale.
This is what the MTV audience wanted.
Johnny Logan.
But you know what's funny now? If this commercial were to air today, it'd be all the music that's currently playing at MTV Spring Breakout.
Yeah, it
It'd be
would.
Eminem, Lit, Limp Bizkit, Jay-Z.
Order Easy 70s.
You know what I
2
mean?
CDs, $24.99.
Aqua.
2 cassettes, $19.99.
Oh, look at the cassette. Wait, did these air like throughout the whole day? They filmed a bunch of
Sounds
these.
fun.
Oh, I
Try
cut him
Brand.
up.
We'll just bring Easy 70s.
Easy 70s.
To order Easy 70s.
You know
the
what? You know what they would call it
collection,
now?
call
The
number on your
naughty
screen or send
90s.
check or money order. Do it
Yeah,
now.
well, look how naughty this guy was ready to get.
What a great dinner. How about my place next week?
Sounds fun.
Oh, look, dude, he's moving in. He's trying.
And from there, Taylor Swift was created. That's her
Right.
parents. That's canon. All the boy bands!
All of them on one stage?
Well, not the Backstreet Boys, but they would be there
Oh.
if, they probably went somewhere else.
Wait, were they not part of the show?
Not part of this show.
Dude, they're like, you know what that probably was? It's like, okay, which boy band are you gonna go with? Because if they're gonna be there, then we are not gonna be there.
And I think this was right in that middle, if I remember the documentary about Lou Pearlman correctly, where he was feuding NSYNC and Backstreet against each other.
What a creep that dude was, right?
Huge creep. But it's nice to see that Nick Lachey and Justin Timberlake were bros. So MTV wasn't just a boy band place, we had other acts.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Lone Rangers. Dude, I don't know them.
And then...
Yo, is that Salt and Pepper? What?
Let's talk about it.
Oh, let's go!
In 1990.
Let's talk about... Yo, this song is still a banger. I don't care.
And if you want to fight it, we want you to protect yourself.
I mean, MTV knows their audience. This is literally the perfect song for spring break.
And that's why...
Because there's gonna be a lot of mistakes made. There's gonna be a lot of trips to the free clinic.
And if they're listening, Salt and Pepper's still going through the song, giving warnings, basically.
No, they are. They're great. Salt and Peppa, they're doing a public service right here. No cheating. Stay with one person and wear a condom. Hit the post into the chorus. No, who is this?
Your boys. You got
my boys.
Oh, they're definitely. Your
Is
boys.
this Right Said Fred?
Oh, see, you acted like you didn't know who it was, but you knew exactly whose tush that was.
I had a feeling that was Fred's tush. On the catwalk, yeah. Yeah, let's get the tushies going, guys. Yeah.
Vin Diesel's.
Oh my God.
Vin Diesel's cousins were lit.
Dude.
Not only were they lit, they had a huge posse.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
So, when the weather goes bad, do you think people leave spring break? No. They rage. They partied.
They go even harder.
Electrocution? No big deal.
And you know, the rain is just making this even more of an emotional experience. Everyone's out in that crowd thinking about, this is what I want to be when I grow up, and these are the dreams that I want to achieve. And in this moment, right here and right now, with Bush on the stage, I'm gonna talk all these things into existence.
Yeah, you know that, like, when you're out having so much fun, and then at a certain point you're like, damn, the fun's gonna end today. We only got 25 minutes, and
Sunday blues, man.
It's just never gonna get as fun as it was last few hours, and this is where you have that deep reflective moment.
Yeah, you're like, what a great weekend. But I gotta travel back tomorrow, and then it's back to work on Tuesday. Ugh.
And I was just on stage grinding away with Right Said Fred, and this guy's just, and you're just like, that it's just like hitting you in your insides. And you're like,
dude,
I know what you mean. I speak that language.
Hitting you in all the feels.
So people there were raging so hard that their shoes became untied.
Throw them out. You don't even need shoes. MC Snow, you are kidding me. This is dope. What are you saying? I don't care. I'm into it. So he's performing on Pauly Shore's show.
Yes.
Chilling with the Wheeze.
He is chilling with the Wheeze.
And here comes Walter Jones. Understand what? Things they're what?
Ask her, she knows. She knew every lyric.
Dude, if you don't know every lyric to the song, do you even like music?
No, I don't think you do. I think if you hate boy bands, you're just trying to hide something wrong about yourself.
If you're a male, you've wanted to be in a boy band at some part in your life.
Yes.
Dead serious.
Now, I think Orange Cassidy of AEW may have stole this next woman's look.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, look at this pose. Hands in the pockets.
Might have. And then that move was later borrowed for Streets of Rage 4 by the guys that look like the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson.
Now, one of my favorite things about going down one of these deep dives is I start finding out music and artists and things that happened back then that even I don't remember. Do you remember an artist called Gillette?
Gillette, like the razor? No.
No, not the best the man can get.
The Gillette Atra Plus system with the Lubri-Smooth strip for the best a man can get.
This girl I would call a combination of 90s Kesha meets Rodney Dangerfield. And this is her song called Mr. Personality, which I've described as the prototypical cheerleader type jam.
So you're telling me this girl gets no respect?
Well, she's giving you no respect, but listen to these jokes.
Hey, Mickey, you're so fine, you blow my mind.
You're so ugly.
You're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Mickey, that's what that was.
It really was very close to it, and
right?
Like, can you just imagine going to those cheerleader meets, which you would probably have to do back in the day for your sister, and just hearing this bump out of somebody's speaker?
Dude, I kind of don't hate it.
I kind of loved it.
I like the moves. The choreography's dope.
And here is the part where I described her as, well, she's got Kesha's personality with Rodney Dangerfield's jokes, which is what you want in a woman, right?
That's the dream woman.
Especially when she's dressed like John Candy's character in Summer Rental.
That one over my head.
The doctor slapped your mama. Man, that's ugly.
Oh, come on. That's just the disrespect.
Well, that's the story of my life. No respect. No respect.
Yeah, she kind of really hates you because her other big hit song from the time was a song called Short Dick Man. And the whole song was...
Dude, I totally remember that song.
Oh.
I used to play that at the strip club all the time.
So that's Gillette.
I didn't know that.
You know, you kind of listen to it and you're like, wow, she really kind of hates me as a man. She's just belittling me. But I'm kind of into it.
Yeah, I think she kind of just hates all men. But dude, I used to spin that track all the time.
When I look at you, I go out of my mind. It's like I'm looking at someone's
Oh,
behind you.
come on. The disrespect. He's got a family.
No respect. No respect at all.
No.
So she kind of leaves me feeling like George Costanza.
This woman hates me so much. I'm starting to like her.
Yeah, yes.
What? She just dislikes me so much.
That...
It's irresistible.
It is, so you can't help it.
That is how I feel about Gillette.
You know what I love? How she's wearing the headset with the microphone, you know, for the mouth, the little headset. I love that.
Yeah, you have to give the artists who do that a lot of props. Like when people would bust on Britney back in the day or NSYNC, it's like you do realize they're also doing really tough choreography at the same time.
Oh yeah.
So if they're sort of somewhat yelling or screaming, it's a live performance.
They're out of breath.
Yeah.
Give them a break.
You try like dancing in place and then singing any song.
You know what happens a lot now is they will record like live performance edits of the song. So they'll go back into the studio with similar gear that they would use live on stage, and they'll cut it that way to kind of assist them in how they sound.
Cheap.
Whatever it takes to put on a good show, I don't care, because I'm there for the lights and the lasers anyway.
If they have that technology to cheat, then go back to this, MTV. Stop being lazy.
Right. Dude, look at that.
Cat calls, no pun intended, but not even a muscle or neck. She sent her straight into the heart of the alleyway. She knew what she wanted. She was there for that spitball.
What is he saying, Joe?
He's saying, and a dog.
He sounds like an auctioneer. Dude, I love this track. As soon as we're done today, I'm bumping the hell out of this song. Yes, there he is. He's back.
Hey, everybody. All right.
Dude, how 90s is this shot right here?
You got RuPaul and RuPaul.
We're kind of like the Sonny and Cher of the 90s. Huh?
I love it. You look fierce. Your outfit is gorgeous. Give him a big round of applause for the outfit.
Yeah, see, it's like you're saying. He's out there. He's making jokes that could be interpreted as picking on RuPaul. But then RuPaul's like, who cares? This is funny. Yeah,
no.
RuPaul-y.
And he's just as much equally making fun of himself,
which is something.
Which is like one of the which is a lot of the charm of Pauly Shore.
Yeah, Pauly Shore never came off as like the hippest guy in the room.
Get off of me! Get off of me! I'm
Yeah.
Hawaiian Tropic Girls. Get away! Get away!
Get away! I'm sick of Hawaiian Tropic Girls.
The girl last night. No, pas Pauly. Nah.
No, not Pauly. Oh, that's self-deprecating humor. That's great.
Ow! 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 Ow!
And
is that a lamp?
Yeah, that's how the next sequel of Aladdin's gonna start off.
Dude, if we get a Pauly Shore version of Aladdin, I am in.
Aladdin.
Oh yeah.
To make money, they totally were selling stealth ads. So you could cut to commercial, but you were getting commercials all through the entire programming block. Are you ready for the best of American Eagle fashion?
No, I'm not ready. What's going to happen with Pauly?
He died. I don't know. I didn't pull more of the clips.
Oh, come on. I would have loved to see him like a genie come up and grant him a wish.
You know what? He does. He gets, he's wishing to no longer be famous so that he doesn't get hounded while at spring break. And then he gets his wish and realizes that wasn't what he wanted at all.
Yeah, he certainly did.
Hey, he got his wish now. Where do you think this guy got his cool clothes? What expensive brand?
I'm gonna say Kohl's. Utility by Target, of course.
It's affordable for that bro.
Oh, not this guy again. Why does his hat say gotcha? I don't know who this is. Who is this?
That is the lead singer of Primus, who is from, you know the South Park theme song?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the guy who does the South Park theme song. And they had other hits in the 90s. They were really kind of a popular cult kind of act for their style.
Wow, I didn't know that.
But the reason I pulled it is I really like how they had a stealth Pringles advertisement going on during the show. Did you see that Pringles balloon?
There it is. The blimp, the Pringles blimp in the background. Oh, Slim Shady, let's go.
And this was probably one of my favorite transitions from fashion show to what the music actually is. So this guy is like, I don't know, he feels way out of place from what's going on.
Still remember the window of the car that you went through?
Yeah.
We've been through.
Yeah, Zac Efron, ladies and gentlemen.
It's like, well, what are you doing? Oh, I'm dancing to this song that's pretty vulgar. Oh yeah? What's it about? Well, I'm pretty sure in this next clip he's singing about attempted murder.
Right.
You ever need somebody? This is it.
Well, if you ever
I'll show you where the ocean is. And I appreciate the offer.
But if I do decide to really my daughter's mama,
I'm gonna set her off in the front seat and put sunglasses on her and cruise around with her for 7 hours in California and have her waving at people. Such a good track, dude. Would you jack me?
Is that your trainer?
Yup. He's like, JR, I saw you buying a frozen pizza and Dr. Pepper at the grocery store after the gym. What the hell are you doing? It wasn't for me. It was for Joe. Doesn't he live in Maine? Yeah, but he wanted me to do it for him.
Well, what do you have down here that he doesn't have up there? I'm lying. The ruse is over.
I gotta go to work.
Now, can you imagine having this dream job?
Oh, yeah.
And what was he filming? Well, more of that Pauly Shore RuPaul segment, of course.
I dressed up when I was a young kid, I swear to God, as a girl, and my dad spanked me, and I liked it. Yeah.
Oh, you like the spank?
Wait, what?
Here, spank me. Come on, baby. Oh, yeah, spank me. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
And you know that scene is exactly when your parents would walk into the room being like, what did you just watch? Oh, I'm watching the drag queen spank Pauly Shore. You know,
I can only imagine what your father would say if he walked into your room on a Saturday afternoon at 3:30 and we were watching that together.
Cable's gone for the month.
It's gone, yep.
So in the true love story of how your parents want to create cringe before you were born, could you imagine this is the clip that you stumbled upon?
We're just taking the time. Come on. Make your move.
Yeah, they're taking their time. What exactly is going on here? Are they giving this guy... This is a stage party. This is a lap dance.
One at a time. Josette, back up.
No.
Tracy, one at a time.
We're going for it.
There you go. Tracy's up.
What a great song for that bit.
And I think they picked some of those girls out from this crowd of, well, mall girls.
Dude, they're losing it. I would have been losing it right here.
I would too. And you know what? The thing was, I think these bands were totally down to have a little fun. If you watch Paramore in this clip, somebody kicks the beach ball up, they kick it back out in the crowd. Just having a grand old time.
Every bridge I ever built, when you were here, I still try. Holding on to silly things, oh, I never learned.
Yes.
Look how...
What a great voice she has, dude. Even right there.
And finally, JC Chazé of NSYNC throws a water bottle in the crowd. Why is this a clip I pulled? Because it reminds me of the time I went to the Bamboozle Roadshow. Can I tell you what happened there, Jeff?
Please do.
So we have all these side acts at the smaller stage. and there's this band that's a little kid and his sister performing, and they're doing a cover of Weezer's I Want You. I'm wondering if you want me, I want you too.
Right.
So in the middle of it, they go chucking a full water bottle out into the crowd.
All right, so there you were enjoying yourself, and you see a water bottle just flying at your face.
Oh yeah, and you know me, I see everything kind of going around me. I'm like a nervous cat at these kind of places. I just expect something's gonna go wrong. And this time, I'm totally right. This thing's flying right towards us, and Alex isn't paying attention at all. So what do you think happens to that guy?
So I think you pull one of the and dodge out of the way, and he just takes it right to the face.
Boom! Hits him right in the glasses. Rest of the day, I'm like, little kid bands hate you, bro.
Yeah.
Because he's looking like, wow, this ruined my day a little bit. Because
Did he have like a black eye or anything?
No, but that would have been great.
That would have made it even better, right?
Yeah, that would have been just looking at the ride home. You've been like, how was the concert? Did you get beat up? No.
Did you get into like a mosh pit?
So that's what reminds me of this clip of NSYNC here. Hopefully, Alex, if you're watching, you don't get PTSD from this.
Well, at least he's kind enough to have the bottle of water open. It's just water hitting the crowd, not a full bottle.
What did you do right there, huh? You don't know what Lance Bass did with that bottle after that shot.
We don't know.
So that was MTV Spring Break. Did this hit you in the nostalgia?
You know what? It kind of did. Not in the sense that I was there and I was able to relive it, but it just kind of takes you back to that time period where everything was simpler. Everything was just, it was more fun. You didn't have to worry about stuff as much. Not like adult stuff to worry about, like bills and mortgages and all that, but you didn't have to worry about offending anybody. You just went there with your best friends and tried to have the best time possible. And I think that's one of the things that I miss most about the 90s.
Maybe you should be the one to bring this back. Maybe they need to have an all-day spring break-a-thon, and you could host it on Twitch. You could get MTV involved, and you could get 5 acts. You being the music guy in radio. Who are the 5 acts that you're getting the kids to the new MTV Spring Break?
All right. Right off the top of my head, I'm going to go number 1, Dua Lipa. Number 2, I'm going to go Ava Max. Number 3, I'm going to go Post Malone. You cannot have a spring break concert or gala event without Post Malone. And then
you can't even have a Pokemon event without Post Malone.
No, and then I'm going to go with DaBaby. And then I think my last one, gosh, who is that going to be?
I mean, Justin Bieber already kind of looks like a lot of those frat bros we saw earlier.
Justin Bieber. Boom. That's my 5. Think about that lineup, though, how crazy that is.
Oh, you'd get all the kids at the beach looking forward to that event.
But see, I would want to DJ before and in between the acts. That would be so freaking cool, man. That would be like, gosh, that'd be so dope.
And would you be prepared for a 6-hour dance session?
Oh, yeah. You know why? Because I'd literally just repeat a 1-hour mix over and over again.
I guess you could have those mixes going and you can leave and they still got to be in the shot just.
Yep. And then anytime the camera wants to come back over to me, I'll just run behind the decks and pretend that I'm doing something.
Isn't that what they say Paris Hilton does?
No, she actually plays, but it's all theater of the mind. Just like radio. For Joe, I'm Jeff. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you back right here next time on Pop Culture Paradise.
And remember, if you're part of Patreon, you can suggest a topic for us to talk about, and heck, put your top 5 acts you'd like to see at an MTV Spring Break if they brought it back. Like, click, share, subscribe, and check out other videos on the channel.
See ya.